Are you all able to see my screen now? Guys, can I get the confirmation?
Yes, madam. It's visible. You can go ahead. Visible.
Okay. So, students, I would like to request you to ask your queries even in the middle if you want. So please make them ask, like whenever I'll ask a question, unmute them if it is possible so that they can ask, they can answer. All right. So interview skills, one of the most important part of our life. A step. If you clear it, you will be able to get the job, desired job. If you don't get nervous, don't get disappointed, and don't get given. You have to start working on it where you lack. So understand what is an interview first. An interview is a process to find and hire right person for right job. The ability to work and whether you're suitable for that particular job or not, to know that interview is conducted. So this is what the introduction about the interview. The next is, why is the interview conducted? Many times we think that isn't our educational qualification enough to get placed? But you will come to know today what all things are checked. So you can see that the first thing that is checked whether you're suitable or not. Then the interviewer identifies your technical and non-technical skills. We're going to learn one by one what all these. Your interpersonal skills, and the most important part is your communication skill. So communication means your English language. And then understanding the ability of a candidate to survive in the competitive corporate world. Now, this is the word I'm going to highlight: competitive corporate world. Until now, you all are in a shell. You have been safeguarded by your parents, by your friends, and your professors. But the moment you start working with the corporates, it everything changes. It completely changes. The competition is cutthroat competition. Everything is linked to your performance. If you perform, you'll grow. If you don't perform, you'll be kicked out of the organization. And that's the rule of this world. So, competitive corporate world. So to survive, what all things needs to be there in you. If you have it, it's well and good. If you don't have it, start working on it. So what has been checked? Yes, soft skills. So many of you might not be knowing what is soft skill. So you can see it on the screen that soft skills means it includes your communication skills, means the English language, or that ideas and thoughts that you have, you can present it with that language. Then it comes to presentation skills, public speaking, listening skills, very important. Then your basic mannerisms and etiquettes, leadership skills, your motivational skills, teamwork, writing skills. So all these, including technical skills, have been checked during the interview. So now you must be thinking that it is, I already have it or I don't have it. How can I improve on it? So one by one, we are going to learn. But this is a basic concept behind having an interview. So from the step one to the last step, you have been judged not only on the technical skills. Technical knowledge means what you're learning right now, or whatever the process you would be working on it. You would be checked, you would be observed and selected on the basis of soft skills only. Then moving forward, you will understand the ratio that 77% employers say that soft skills are as important as hard skills. Now, hard skills means technical skills, and soft skills, I have already explained what are the soft skills. To survive in a competitive corporate world, even if you will have less hard skills like technical skills and more soft skills, you would be able to achieve your progress. Then comes a soft skill. You can see the ratio during the interview or your corporate life. 15% out of 100, only 15% technical skills help you. The whole part, remaining whole part, is being played by your soft skills. So 85% is your soft skills and remaining 15 is your technical skills. But we spend so much time in acquiring knowledge for technical skills. We go for joining different classes, technical classes and all, but we don't pay attention over the soft skills. And that's the key. If you really want to succeed in your life, you should have technical knowledge. I'm not saying you should not have, but at the same time, getting along with the people, having communication skills like communicating your thoughts or opinions in a convenient way and impressive way is important. Motivating others, having leadership qualities, all these things, basic mannerisms and etiquettes are going to get you forward toward the success anywhere. It is not a ratio which is applicable only for the corporate world. It is a ratio for getting succeeded in any of the industry. It could be applied for any industry, be your employee or be an entrepreneur or speaker. Even I have to be good in soft skills, then only I would be able to present things. So any industry that you're going to join, this is the ratio which is going to help you. Post this, okay, let's, now the question comes. May I know how many interview rounds are? May I have the answer, please? How many interview rounds are there? Is anyone going to answer? Are you there?
Madam, students are muted. That's why
So,
they won't able to answer your question.
okay.
Uh, can we make students can unmute themselves so they can answer?
Okay, no issue. I will make
Whenever
such
there is a
arrangement.
question, sir, I have a request because it will be interactive. So,
Okay, I have done the settings that student can themselves unmute. Okay.
Uh, I will I want to tell all the students, please participate actively throughout this session and interact with the speaker. And if you have any query, you can interrupt and you can answer your question or query. Or at the end of session, you can answer.
all right. So, guys, now mute and unmute has been given to you. So, thank you, sir, for that setting. Now, I just want you guys to answer a question that how many interview rounds are there and what all those?
Maybe 6 to 7.
And what all those?
3 rounds.
Yes, I would like to have the title of the rounds. Names.
Discussion round.
Who would like to say that? The names of the rounds?
HR round.
HR round. Directly HR
Face to
round.
face
Okay, face to
interview
face.
round. Face to face
Hmm.
technical round.
Okay. Three. But you said six, no? All right. So that's why I'm here. I'm going to tell you that how the interview rounds are taken place step by step and what is the reason for conducting every round so that you will understand what is being checked and you can prepare yourself accordingly. So someone said 6 rounds or 7 rounds, but I got 3 answers only. So let me move forward. You can see on the screen. Yes, you can see 6 rounds. It depends or it varies company to company, but these rounds are always there. Okay, so the first round is application screening. Application means your resume. Your resume has been checked, and if you are suitable, then you would be carried forward. Then, aptitude test. Now, when it comes to aptitude test, it could be of two types. One is general, and the other one is the technical. So, basically, the technical one is for those who have experience, and general aptitude is for the freshers. So, whenever you go for walk-in interviews, you will find this test conducted, and which is general. It it consists of your English, then math, logical reasoning, and GK. So that's why it is called general. If you through that round, if you have experience, you'll be given technical test. If if you're not experienced, then you'll be moved forward for introductory interview. Now, when it comes to introductory interview, you will be asked few questions about like introduction and family background, normal questions, just to check your communication skills. If you through that, you will be forward for technical round. Now, introductory round is conducted by the HR experienced person, HR personnel, and the technical round is conducted by the person who is working on that particular process. For example, if you're going for coding, medical coding interview, the coder will conduct your interview. If you're going for pharmacovigilance, the person who is working in that process will take your interview. But this introductory round is conducted by the HR. If you through your technical round, then only you will be moved forward to the HR round. Now, this HR round could be your like kind of a stressful questions may asked or a general questions may asked in this, and it could be your final round also. Sometimes it depends on the protocol of the company. Sometimes the HR takes the final decision, and sometimes the HR again segregates whoever has gone through the technical round, selected through the technical round. The HR takes um, another round to check the availability and all, and shift timings and all are discussed. Salary expectations are discussed over there, and then the final interview, salary negotiation, and your joining is decided. Sometimes it may be different, or sometimes it would be the same. But these rounds you will find anywhere commonly. Clear with the concept?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. May I know who is that? The girl?
Um, my
Your
name is
name?
Avantika Pathari, ma'am.
Okay. And the boy who asked me question, no, the boy who answered my question, sorry. The one who said 3 rounds.
His name is Suraj Gupta. He is my classmate.
Suraj Gupta.
So among 60, only 2 are answering. So rest of them are just listening. Okay, no issues. Please ask your queries whenever you have. Now, understand why and the reason basically behind conducting these rounds. So, the first is aptitude test. So, why is the aptitude test conducted? So, basically, aptitude test defines whether you have the ability to learn. It defines whether you have ability to learn more. So generally, whenever you have your final exams, right? Always, or semester exams. Why are they conducted? Why those tests or papers are conducted? Your exams are conducted to understand whether you have ability to learn the difficult part. Like first year is quite easy, then the second year is more deeper, third year is deeper than that, and the fourth year is the deepest one. The knowledge I'm talking about. So in first year you will have exams. If you clear those exams, then only you are upgraded. So similarly, it tells the ability to learn, whether you are capable enough to acquire the technical or general knowledge or whatever the things that are there in the organization, and accordingly you are promoted to the next round. So similar things happen in your college also. So whenever tests are conducted, check the ability. Okay, this is the reason for conducting aptitude tests. Then comes group discussion. Well, now here, this group discussion, what is been checked in the group discussion? I will tell you why later, but what is being checked? Your communication skills, leadership skills, rational process, your group behavior. Now, understand, many times people have this misconception that the group discussion means debate. Somebody has told you to be aggressive, keep your points, don't let others speak. This is not what HR wants to know. What HR has a mindset to have group discussions, they check first your communication skills, the knowledge about the topic, and your total behavior with other participants. And this last one, the behavior, that's what matters. Many times, as I told you, that you guys have misconception. You heard from somebody and you start being aggressive and you start putting points, you don't let others speak at all, and you lose. Still you lose. Reason, it is not a debate, it is a discussion. So whatever knowledge you have, put it point to point. Try to be specific always during the interview. Extra speaking is always hazardous. The more you'll speak, the more your chances, like the more wrong you speak, the more your chances to get rejected. So try to be specific, and here your English language skills are going to help you. Until now, you might have not paid attention toward that part, but if you, like, 90% candidates fail during group discussion, and the only reason is not able to present their points in common, like in English language. So make sure that you should have a proper practice of English language. I will not say master. You should. Nobody is perfect in this world, but at least whatever point you have to present, that much knowledge you should gain, and that's what HR wants to hear from you during the group discussion. Proper words for the topic. Then your leadership skills. Now, leadership skills means whenever the group discussion topic is given, understand whoever starts the group discussion point, that person gets an advantage. Whatever the topic is, if you'll start the presentation, like the information giving, you always get plus points for that. And the person who starts, the same person is asked to conclude. So the starting and conclusion is given to the person who leads it. Then your group behavior, analytical and rational thinking. Okay, this is also important. Generally, not necessarily that you should agree to everyone for the points. And there the debate starts. If you don't agree to someone, so simply start a sentence that I disagree with my friend. Try to be polite. Don't raise your voice. Don't shout at the person. Don't yell. This is the wrong thing. You are not fighting. You're not debating. You're discussing. So once your turn is there, make sure that you will say that if you agree, you will say, I agree with my friend. You might not be knowing the name of the person, so I agree with my friend. That, and you can put your point. Why do you agree with the person? If you don't agree, so say, I disagree, but, and you can give the negative point. Okay? This is how you can agree and disagree to the group discussion. Don't say, no, 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 this is not right. This has been done by students many times. Generally, freshers do these mistakes. Like they simply start, no, that's not right. I think you should go and learn and check. So this is not, you don't have to be that casual. You have to be very professional. And that's why these small phrases, if you have pen, paper, write it down. You can simply say, I agree if you agree the point. You can say, I disagree if you disagree the point. And then you can put the point. Don't say only I agree and I disagree. Whatever the point is, you can present that later after these words. Then comes the another rule is not to interrupt. If I am speaking, let's say, and you have your point ready, I know, but you should not cut me down. You should not interrupt me. Let me finish my point and then you can present yours. Now, many people say that don't let others speak, or as much as you'll speak during the group discussion, you have chances to move in the next round. Well, this condition was there. This was the condition, like whoever speaks more, that person would be hired, or that person would be moved to the another round, selected. But that was 5 years back. Nowadays, nobody will select you if you're not letting others talk, if you're interrupting them, and only you're talking. So, how to manage this? So, what you can do simply, the moment you have put your point, just take a pause for like I will not say 5 minutes, but at least for some minutes, let others speak, and then put your point. So, this helps you to prepare your another point. And during the group discussion, make sure that you will give real life examples. Real examples. For example, if there is a topic related population. So sorry, let's take the example of pollution. Okay. So if you will say pollution causes diseases and this and that, this is all theory. Uh, Pollution causes environmental damage. This is your point, but this is theory. So you can say, you can give real life examples like in a recent report, you can say that according to a recent report, or in a recent report, it has been mentioned that the level of water is increasing since the since 2010 due to global warming. The glaciers in Antarctica are melting. Now, this is what is expected by the HR. How real examples you can give means how much you are updated, whether you read newspaper, whether you updated what is happening around the world. Now, if the topic is given to you, corona, okay, corona spread due like in China, through China it spread, but where, how, so how did it get spread? So all these questions you should have, prepare according to that, why, how, when, and then present. Prepare yourself and present. Now, many times what happens, like the point that you have already prepared, somebody else tells that point. So that's okay. That person has said that point. You can, if the person has not given the example, you can simply say, I agree with my friend. In recent newspaper, newspaper, or in recent news, this was shown, and this was the reality, and that's how. Now I don't have a topic, so of course I cannot tell you in detail how you have to go, but I can just give you the basics. Take the topic and immediately start preparing why, when, how. So when means you have to give the history, why means the reason, and how means you have to give the remedy. Abhi, like problem everyone knows, but somebody has to give the solution also, so that you become that somebody. Like put the problems. Don't focus only on the problems of that issue. Okay, reasons you know why it has started, but what the remedy is. So the one who gives that, that person highlights the attention, because the reason for conducting group discussion is to know your analytical skills, your problem solving skills. Like everyone is putting their problems, but do you have a solution? And the one who has a solution, that person gets an advantage. And that's why group discussions are held. I hope you're clear with it.
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts, any queries about the group discussion, guys?
No.
Please.
No,
No, ma'am.
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, cool then. Should I move forward?
Ma'am, I have the doubt.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, you said that person who start, he should conclude the interview. So what should we do in the conclusion part?
Yes. Now, generally, there also many people like they start very good and they end worst. So they lose the impression what which they have been created. So it's a good question. Conclusion should not be biased. If the topic is about positive and negative effects of that particular problem, you should talk about some points. You should take some points from the positive discussion, like some people have given positive points. So take some positive points from that, take some negative points from negative people also, and give a remedy. Wrap it up with the remedy, with the problem solving. For example, I can give a better example for this, like social media, good or bad. If this topic is given, sometimes, the interviewers give you the topic, or you have been asked to choose a topic among yours. So make sure that you will have topics based on current affairs. So social media is good or bad. Now, some people will give points, good points, some people will give bad points. But in the end, it should, like, because you think that because you presented good, you like the social media is good. Don't say the social media is good. Because you presented social media is bad, don't end your conclusion with bad, that social media is bad. No, then it will be biased. So make sure that you will keep the points like social media, the the reason for developing social media was to connect the world, and we get actually connected the world by just sitting at home on one click. But some people use it in a bad way. So it is completely based on the person and the takes the social media. So it completely depends on the person's usage. This is how you can just conclude it. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Conclusion should not be biased one. If you think that the person, like you have to give a remedy, wrap it up. Always a gift. It's a gift. Wrap it up in a good manner. So social media is neither good neither bad. ऐसा भी नहीं बोलना है. You have to say that social media is good. Some people use it in a bad way, but in the end, by sitting at home, we are getting connected to the world. Businesses have grown. By sitting in India, a person can simply uh, guide people in US, or the processes can be done, and that's why social media is good. Got this?
Yes, ma'am.
Any other doubts, any queries regarding group discussion?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
All right. So let's move forward to the next round, which is personal interview or the face-to-face interview. Now, what is being checked? This is very important because your body language and your words both are observed in this round. All your soft skills are checked in this round. If your body language doesn't match with your words, you're rejected. So most important, that's why it is called face-to-face interview, to check whether you're confident, whether you're lying, whether you're true to yourself. And based on that, your behavior, total behavior is observed. And based on that, you are selected for the next round. So in this round, I'm going to tell you next how your body language has to be. But make sure that try to be yourself, try to speak truth, because HRs are clever. They just come to know whether you're lying or you're saying truth by looking into your eyes. Everyone has that skill. So make sure that you will maintain an eye contact. Don't look here and there, because eye contact helps you to give your positive impression. Okay, rest we will understand. It is a process to check what you have presented in your resume. Are you presenting the same thing? And they ask you the same questions just to check how confident you are, whether you're lying or not. So let's understand what is being asked. So what has been checked? So your interpersonal skills in all, like group discussion and interview skill, personal interview, these things which are called interpersonal skills are checked. Try to be polite, try to be sensitive to others' feeling, like don't hurt anyone, don't interrupt anyone if someone is speaking. Convey your information to your group as well as your HR in personal interview. Speak what is required. Don't, there are people who have habit of speaking, uh, I mean, anything. Like somebody has told keep speaking, so they keep speaking, which is not required. You need to be very specific. Choose your words wisely, because if you will be able to present your thoughts wisely, then only you're going to be successful in your life. This is these skills what you're seeing in front of your in front of you right now on your screen are the skills which are going to help you to achieve success in your life. They are not only limited for the interview. Throughout your life, these things are going to help you. Okay, so let's understand. These are the most commonly asked questions during the interview. These are most commonly asked questions. So you can take a screenshot. We will discuss this later. Introduce yourself. Tell us about your strengths and weaknesses. How do you handle pressure or stress? Why should I hire you? What do you know about us? How long will you work for us if hired? And how much salary do you expect? So these are the most commonly asked questions by the HR. So some of them will be asked during your introductory round or the first round, and in the last round, some of these will be asked. Now the preparation of interview, like how you have to prepare. So always have a resume ready. Make sure that you will have a proper resume without spelling mistakes, without any stain. It should not be scrambled. It should be plain. So always carry 2 copies of resume. Guys, I have seen a lot of freshers, they don't even know how to carry their resume. They fold it, or sometimes there is a stain. This like the assignment. Sometimes you submit your assignments like that. So make sure you will not do the same mistake, because your first impression is created by your resume. Before you reach in front of the interviewer, your resume has already reached. It has already created your impression. So if it is stained, if it is folded, of course I will have the same stainy image of yours, like you're messed, you're not a tidy person. The same thing I will see on your desk whenever you join my company. And if you sit on particular desk, and if I see that desk, it will be all dirty. So I don't want that dirt feeling to everyone. So make sure, this is what the HR thinks, huh? So resume, you should always carry 2. So even if one gets spoiled, you can have another one ready. Okay. Then keep your documents set ready. Like generally, before going for the interview only, you can check if you have received an interview call. You can simply check with the person who is on the call, whether do you require to carry documents or not on that day. If it is not required, if they have said not required, don't carry it. If you don't know, if it is a walk-in interview, make sure that you will carry your photocopies of the documents and originals also. But please keep safe your documents. Don't misplace them if you are carrying original documents. Otherwise, even if you carry a soft copy in your mobile phone, that is also okay. So it is the best way you can go ahead with. Always attach your documents to your mail. If they ask you to send your documents, instead of getting panicked, you can simply ask them for email. And this is the smart way to work. And we want people who are smart. So attach your documents to email and send them the email. Then comes to job profile. Okay, whatever job profile you are working or you're applying for, make sure that you will go thoroughly. You will study thoroughly. It is very important. Many times you don't even know like what job profile is, and if there is counter question asked about the job profile, you're just clueless. You don't know what is that. Even basic things you don't know. So when I used to work with Augustus, so Augustus is basically a coding company. It's a medical coding and billing company. So if I always used to ask candidates, do they know what job profile they are opting for? What is medical coding? And nobody was able to answer. Very few candidates have answered, and I had to select them. So make sure that you will study the job profile. Now you must be questioned like, how would I get the information? It's simple. With whichever company you are going for the interview, go through the website of the company. You will get every detailed information. that what the company's job profile is and even the company's profile. So the next point is that only study company profile. You should have a knowledge about the company that you are applying in. And because if you would say that I have not studied or I have not found or I've not gone through, I would mind it being an HR that if you're applying in my company, you should have at least a basic knowledge. I'm not saying that you should tell me everything, but how many branches are there? Where is the head office? Who is the chairperson or the director or the CEO of the company? These are the basic things that are required. Study and you would be able to clear and impress the interview. Then comes, yes, practice most commonly asked questions in front of the mirror or among your friends or family members. You should not sound rehearsed. So, one thing that you miss is smile. When you are trying to recall, you always miss the smile. So, make sure that you will smile. And yes, keep your attire ready. You have to keep your attire ready. Attire means your dress. Always keep two pairs of formal or like Indian formals or Western formals, whichever you're comfortable for. Keep two pairs ready. So if one gets spoiled by any chance, you can offer another. Generally, this is a last minute chaos. Many times people find what to wear, and they this is like even we all have observed this, like whenever we have something important on that day only something wrong happens. Like if you have kept one set of attire ready, let's say while eating breakfast something falls down on it, or uh, it gets spoiled during monsoon. This happens generally, that if you're traveling by bus or some like uh, auto or something, like whatever can happen, so always have a second pair ready. Sometimes there is no electricity, so you have not kept it ready, and then you don't have ironed one, and because of these normal things you lose your confidence. So these are the things which are important. These are pre-interview preparations. You should keep these things ready minimum 3 days prior. Then once this is there, once you practice thoroughly, then calm yourself. That's it. Then the attire. First impression is the last impression. So it is applicable for resume and for your dressing also. So let's learn how you should dress up. So it is not only about dressing, it is about your body language and your communication. But whenever you see somebody for the first time, what do you observe in the person, guys?
Body
Whenever,
language.
what else? Like everyone.
Ma'am, how the person presents himself.
The behavior of the person.
Yeah. Whenever you see somebody for the first time, what do you observe? So I got body language, behavior, and
Ma'am, how the person is dressed up.
that's the most important thing. Girls, whenever basically girls, I'm not sure about the boys, because being girl, I can say this, that whenever we see someone, we check the person's attire. The first impression is created by the attire. From the top to toe, you have been observed on the basis of your dressing. Then the further things come, like then you go for body language, and then you go for the behavior. But the first thing that you check is what the person has worn. Then how do you carry it? That is also important. If you're wearing something which is not comfortable, your body language will tell that. If you're wearing something which you're carrying it properly, the confidence will be reflected. So make sure that you will have your attire impressive. attire. Now, the attire doesn't mean only dressing. It means your hairstyling to your shoes, whatever you're wearing. So, um, okay, this is my observation. How many of you wear formal shoes on your uniform? Say yes only.
Yes.
Among 60 only one.
Yes.
Maybe sometimes.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So your uniform is trouser and blazer, right?
Yes.
And those people who have long hair, how many of you have braids? How many of you make braids of your hair? जिनके long hair है वो केसांची वेणी कोण कोण घालतं? Braids means वेणी. ज्यांचे long केस आहेत, how many of you make braids over a uniform? You might have found that girls, I'm talking about girls and come to boys later. If you have long hair, make sure you will not make braids. Go for high pony, not a mid pony. I have seen students having mid pony, so it is wrong. Either you can go for a bun, like shown in the picture, if you have long hair or mid length hair, or hair which can be made a bun, go for bun, or go for high pony. Those who have short length hair, I'm not talking about mid and long now, short length hair, before appearing for the interview, get blow drying done. Because your first impression is the last impression. And many times our hair, they spoil the impression. So you can simply set your hair properly. If blow drying is expensive option, you can set them properly. But make sure that you will not go for a mid ponytail. जिनके इवन शॉर्ट हेयर जिनके पोनीटेल बनते हैं वो भी गर्ल्स होती है वो मिड पोनीटेल की दे जाते हैं it actually spoils your look. So make sure you will avoid this mistake. If somebody has really thick hair, so for that person I can say that high pony is the only option, but they come so I mean they blow actually, they spread everywhere. So that time you can go for this bun part. Set your hair properly. Same applies to boys. Funky style, colored hair, uh, unshaved, not applicable. Make sure before you appear for in front of the interviewer, go to the washroom of the company, check your hair. No hair coming like flicks or no styled hair. There are people who have hair like this apple cut. They have hair coming on their forehead also. Boys, I'm talking. It is one of the unprofessional behavior or unprofessional hairstyle. You should not have hair, boys, coming on your forehead till your eyebrows. No. Make sure this chocolate boy image you can keep in college, but when you have to come to the corporate world, you have to be sophisticated. So make sure that you will go for a proper hairstyling, get gelling done, but set your hair properly. Clean shave. If you have a mustache, make sure you will have it properly set. Or if you have a beard, it should be properly trimmed. It should not be grown. This is for boys. Girls, you're dressing. For girls, we have option of Indian formals and Western formals. So what is your uniform that comes under Western formals? So I asked you that what do you wear? Like which type of shoes do you wear? That comes under your dressing. So first of all, carry yourself properly. If you're not comfortable in Western formals, you can go for Indian formals. A simple legging and kurti. If you want to have dupatta, you can have it one-sided. Please don't play with the dupatta while speaking, while appearing for the interview. Make sure that you will keep it. If you're not comfortable, leave. Then don't go for hangings, like hanging earrings. Long earrings are not allowed. Go for simple pearls. That's the best option. You should have watch. Wear a watch. It should not be sports watch. It should not be um, stylish watch. It should be simple belted, or I'll show you later what kind of watch you can wear. But you should wear a watch and make sure that you will not look into the time while speaking as if you are in hurry. If you are comfortable, wear it. If you are not comfortable, don't wear. No golden earrings on formal attire, western formals. No gold. I mean, hanging one. Huh? You can go for pearls like the tops, golden tops, but don't go for rings. Or there are some other like you have, you might be understanding, girls, that hangings, different types of hangings in gold. You should not go for that. Then comes nail paint. Chipped nail paint is not allowed. Make sure that you will apply a proper nail paint. If you have one nail paint, like you're talking and the interviewer is observing you, and it shows that how messy you are. You're not at all a clean person. You didn't check yourself that before leaving your home whether you have properly applied nail paint or not, and it shows that you're messed up, and that's why you could not prepare yourself. And then comes the shoes. So under a formal attire, you will wear formal shoes. If you're going for Indian attire, that doesn't mean you are allowed to wear golden earrings and bangles like you come for the wedding. Sorry. You have to wear the sophisticated accessories. And you can go for sandals, but not the slippers, please. Understood about the attire, girls?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now about the face. Until your college was there, you were not supposed to, I mean, nobody has, even in your college, nobody has stopped you applying a lipstick or a liner or kajal. So at the time of interview, make sure that you will have at least a lipstick, light lipstick applied. Before applying lipstick, apply a lip balm and a light makeup. Light makeup means a liner. If you're comfortable with liner, practice it now onwards. A liner, if you are comfortable with, go for liner, or else simple kajal and a lipstick. At least this much I can tell you to have. Nobody wants to see you without, makeup dull. Girls look beautiful when they groom themselves. The way boys look handsome when they shave, girls look beautiful with some makeup. So make sure that you yourself will feel happy when you look into the mirror, and by seeing yourself how happy and beautiful you are, automatically it will reflect in your behavior. All right, now moving towards the boys. Okay, boys, I have a question that if you are wearing a gray trouser, what color socks will you wear?
White.
White. Boys, come on. Is there only one boy in the class? I think you don't have answers in. If you're wearing gray colored trouser, make sure your socks should be of gray color. Your socks should be of gray color. Cream color trouser, your sock should be of cream color. Clear? Whatever the color of your socks is, should be the, whatever the color of your trouser is, should be the color of your socks. And if you're wearing brown shoes, make sure your belt should be matching to it. If you're wearing black shoes, your belt should be black. Many times we don't pay attention toward these things and we lose our impression. Specifically socks. This is applicable for everyone. Whoever is wearing Western formals, generally when you sit, the trouser goes little up and your socks are visible from your shoes. And automatically you lose your impression if you're wearing white socks on a gray trouser. So now onwards, make sure that you will go ahead with that. Then dressing for the interview, as I told you, very important. Wear whatever and whichever you're comfortable with. You should have a deo or a perfume applied. Nobody wants to have your body odor and get irritated. So make sure that you will apply a light or a soft perfume or a deo. Please don't be a iski dukaan, fragrance ki dukaan ban ke mat jao. that irritates actually. So soft आपका perfume or your deo. And then जो भी ड्रेस आप पहनने वाले हो, make sure that you will have a proper practice of it at least 3 or 4 days prior. Suddenly आपने high heels पहन लिए and वहां पे confusion, like वहां पे problem शुरू हो, no issue. So that will create an issue. अगर आप suddenly flat से heels में जा रहे, already heels की practice करो with your family members. Now, your body language is very important. Non-verbal communications. It is checked throughout your interview. So you can see your gesture means your facial expressions, whether you are paying proper attention or not, nodding, winking. Your posture means your whole body language. Maintaining an eye contact is very important because your action speaks louder than word. You can see if you sit folded with folded hands, it means either you're defensive, arrogant, or annoyed or irritated. Make sure you will never fold your hands. And you can see the body language of these people, and accordingly, their description is given. When you have smile on your face, your all worries are hidden and you look happy. Confused. So automatically you frown when you're confused and worried, like you're so anxious. So all these body language, all these things tell what you are thinking. So action speaks louder than words. Make sure you will maintain a correct body posture. So on the interview day, dress professionally, prepare your portfolio, that means resume, practice your answers properly, do your research on the company and the job profile, bring any material you may need to, for example, documents and all. Bring a notebook and a pen. Yeah, pen is very important. Always carry a pen with you. Always carry a pen with you. Don't get panic and ask for pen. Carry a pen and be on time. That's the important one on the day of interview. On time or basically prior the time. If your interview is scheduled at 11, make sure that you will reach at 10:30. Half an hour prior so that whatever pre-formalities are, you can get them cleared and no last minute chaos. So during the interview, what all things you have to do is always be on time, show your enthusiasm. Over enthusiasm, not allowed. Show just enthusiasm that you're interested, you're happy to be there. So how will you show that? With your body language. Then don't be a robot. Have a natural body language. Sit straight, maintain an eye contact, have smile on face. If there is a rolling chair, please don't play roll pole. Make sure that you will sit straight and not like a robot. Have smile on your face because smile is the only thing that can hide all your emotions. express yourself, be friendly. This is also important. Many times with the HR, we are not so friendly. We are so stressed out that we don't answer or we don't ask questions. Interviewers, HRs don't want people who come with sad face or stressed face. Try to be friendly, not over friendly. She is not your classmate to be over friendly. She or he, whoever, or she is not your classmate, she is not your friend, she is not your relative. Just keep that in mind. Over friendly is not required, but friendly. The way you talk to your teachers, talk to them like that. Whatever queries you have, you can ask them. Be a good listener. Whatever questions she like HR is asking, make sure that you will listen to them and they have questions and then we give wrong answers. So let them finish, then give a little pause to yourself and prepare answers. Don't share your personal issues, personal problems with the HR. Don't, it will make them feel that you're begging for a job. Don't do it. And just be confident. So these are the points that you need to keep in your mind while you are appearing for the interview. Don't lie. You should be truthful enough. And don't start any answer with no. Now, if you're not comfortable for the night shift, you will say, no, ma'am, I'm not comfortable with the night shift. Not required. You can say, I apologize. Always start your answer with, I apologize, ma'am, but I need to check with my family whether they would allow me for night shift or not. Relocation ka bhi yahi hai. Like, don't say, no, I'm not ready for relocation. I apologize. I need to check with my family. अगर आपको कोई क्वेश्चन पूछा गया उसका आंसर नहीं पता, don't say I don't know. Say I apologize. I am unaware of this answer at the moment, but after this interview, I will go back and I will certainly upgrade myself. This is how you will keep a positive impression on the interviewer that you're ready to learn. If you don't know any answers, don't say, sorry, ma'am, I don't know. Sorry is not the professional word. In the corporate world, the professional word sorry is replaced by apologies. Apologize or apologies depend on the use. Don't lose your temper or don't be so anxious. Don't ask the interviewer about the salary in the first round only, in the personal introduction round. Ask it when you through all the rounds. Keep smile on your face. Don't say bad words about your employer or about anybody. Even if they ask you a question, tell me some bad things about your friend or weaknesses of your friend. Don't say that. You are no one to judge others. Okay. Then have few questions ready. Yes, you need to prepare some questions to ask for the company, about the job, and you are allowed to ask it. Okay. Then comes let the interviewer ask about the salary. Yeah, please don't show that you are so much in hurry to learn know about the salary. And thank the interviewer for the opportunity. Thank the interviewer for the opportunity in the end, not at the beginning. Generally, you started self introduction. You start like, thank you for giving me opportunity and all. It is not required. Thank the interviewer in the end. Okay. I hope this is clear to you guys now. Now, if you get selected, what you have to do is you need to be ready for the next round. If all the rounds you're through, then there will be salary negotiation. How to negotiate, that is another part. Everything cannot be actually done in just 1 hour, or it is not possible. So you can visit the channel, you will get answers over there. Reply in writing whether you are accepting the job or not, and be polite even if you turn it down. If you don't get selected, make sure to not feel bad. This is understand, this is a learning. Take it as an experience and move forward. Find out where you went wrong. Generally, the failure causes only because of one thing. And the one thing, the reason for failure is only one, and that is you lose your confidence. And guys, I just want to ask you that how you lose your confidence. Do you have habit whenever you have done your vivas, whoever comes back, you generally ask that person क्या पूछा बोलते हो ना अरे क्या पूछूं सर बताओ you do that, yes or no guys?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, this is the most commonly made mistake. Same thing you do during the interviews. आप जो आ रहे हैं उसको पूछो अरे क्या पूछा और फिर उसको प्रिपेयर करना शुरू कर देते हो. नो नीड, आपने ऑलरेडी प्रिपेयर किया है ना, तो यू डोंट हैव टू वरी. और वही पे कॉन्फिडेंस चला जाता है बिकॉज आपका सामने पूछा जाता है कि क्वेश्चन का आंसर आपका ऑलरेडी एंड मोमेंट प्रिपरेशन में सब भूल गया होता है. जो भी प्रिपेयर किया वो भी अच्छे से प्रिपेयर नहीं किया. Understand, failure is not falling down, but refusing to get up. Okay, guys, now you can ask me your queries. So, then, okay, guys, whoever has, if you have a lot of chaos outside, like around you, make sure you mute yourself. The mute and unmute button is with you.
Students, those have any query can ask.
Hello, ma'am. I have a query one. My name is Omkar Joshi.
Omkar, speak loudly.
Sir, yes, sir. आता येतो सर आवाज?
Yes, you are audible. Go ahead.
Ma'am, if we are not sufficient with the salary, so how we can manage with them, or how we can convince to them about the salary? If they are giving, let us consider if they are giving 20,000 in front at the first job of yours or the fresher. So if you are not convenient with that salary or not satisfied with that salary, then how to talk with them? How to convince them?
Okay.
स्क्रीन शेअर बंद केली तरी चालेल मॅडम. सॉरी फॉर डिस्टर्बन्सिंग. स्क्रीन शेअर जर बंद केलं तरी चालेल. Yes.
Okay. So, Omkar has asked the question about salary negotiation. Okay, it is a very important question, but if you are a fresher, generally particular salary is already mentioned for freshers. So if the window is open from 20 to 25K, let's say, like generally it is mentioned that salary would be between 20 to 25K. K means 1,000. So it means that there is a chance for negotiation. But if the salary is mentioned only 20K for freshers, like 20K for freshers, then there is no chance for negotiation. You can't actually negotiate. Now 20 to 25K already mentioned
सर मॅडमचा आवाज ब्रेक होतोय.
हो येईल थोडा कनेक्टिव्हिटी इश्यू आहे, करतील मॅडम परत रिझ्यूम करतील.
Don't say 20K because like being used more and get more employees in less, because it is like then you are expecting of that you're expecting much more than you do. Or there is one more thing, one more trick. I simply ask a counter question to the HR, that because until that question you have already become familiar with the HR and friendly also. So ask it in a friendly way that how much salary would you like to offer me? So now the ball is in their court. Now they have to play. The HR has to play. Now if the HR says that, okay, based on your performance, I can offer you 21K, then you can say, ma'am, can't be it little more, like can't be it 22 or 23. But you need to be very professional at the same time. Thoda sa buttering banta hai boss. What else? And yeah, for the salary, ask about the deductions also. You have all the right to ask the HR. हम लोगों को पता नहीं हम कौन सी दुनिया में होते हैं, हमें ऐसा लगता है कि HRs are aliens. अगर हम उनको क्वेश्चन पूछेंगे तो हमें अपने साथ दूसरे ग्रह में लेके जाएंगे. ऐसा नहीं है. HRs are humans. Try to be happy, smiley, and friendly with them. Just avoid this overword. You should not be overfriendly. Okay, what else? What other questions do you have, guys?
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Any questions? Yes, Avantika.
Yes, ma'am. Myself, Avantika. I have a question that you said we can mail them our documents. Like to mail those documents when we are sitting right in front of them, or whether they ask those documents to mail right before our interview.
Okay, basically, generally they don't ask you before. Documentation round is done once you are final, like once you're selected. So that time only you can, they will be asking you for the documents. Sometimes, in a day only all the rounds are conducted and immediately you will be asked to submit your documents. So if you're not carrying it, you can simply mail them.
Okay, ma'am.
Until they ask you to don't talk about the documents.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
And about the most commonly asked questions, you can visit my channel, which is What HR Wants. I'll share the link with Kakade sir so that he will forward it to you guys, because 1 hour is not enough to explain everything. So I have created videos so that whatever knowledge I have, I can share you, like spread that to you guys, the aspirants, what is been expected by the HR, and how you can go ahead with it. So you can go ahead with that. You can subscribe to the channel so that you will get the notifications also for upcoming videos. Who else would like to ask me about the questions? Yeah, I said the watch. You can have the watch like this also. This watch or the belted one. Don't go for um, stylish watch or digital watch or sport watch. Wear the professional. And earrings, girls, you can go for pearls. The way I'm wearing right now, you can go for the pearls because they look so sophisticated and very professional. And the makeup, yeah, you can just apply a lipstick and liner. And boys should follow the instructions that I've given you. What else? तुम्ही मला मराठीत पण विचारू शकता जर तुम्हाला इंग्लिशचा इश्यू आहे. हिंदी जर कोणी असेल यू कॅन टॉक टू मी इन हिंदी ऑल्सो. बट मेक शुअर दिस वेबिनार कुड बी फ्रुटफुल टू यू. जेवढे प्रश्न विचारायचे तेवढे विचारू शकता. आय हॅव नो इश्यूज टू आन्सर यू गाईज. पण जेव्हा आता तुम्ही इंटरव्ह्यूला जाणार आहात, तुम्ही प्रॉपर इंटरव्ह्यू देऊन सिलेक्ट झालं पाहिजे.
Ma'am, why HR interview is important?
Why HR interview is important, right?
Yes, yes.
Now understand, Generally, as I already told you, the ratio out of 100, 15% only your technical skills help you to survive in the corporate world. Remaining 85% are your soft skills. So check whether you have soft skills in you, like whether you are a good person, whether you're lying, are you confident, whether you have potential leadership skills in you or not. Because that's why HR round is there. Understand, for you it is one round, like to get just a job for some days and then leave. But when HRs are conducting hiring process, during that hiring process, they think always for the future. It is not a temporary thing that they are thinking. So they always think of the future, like if I'm selecting this guy, does he have qualities to become a leader? क्या ये टीम लीडर बन सकता है आगे जाके? ये अपनी टीम के साथ कैसे बिहेव करेगा? Will he be a team player or will be he a team spoiler? अगर आप में वो बिहेवियर्स है कि टीम स्पॉइलर हुआ तो आपको रिजेक्ट किया जाता है. अगर आप टीम प्लेयर हो तो आप आगे जाओगे. बिकॉज वी ऑलवेज थिंक बैक ऑफ द माइंड फॉर द फ्यूचर कि आप आगे टीएल बनोगे, असिस्टेंट मैनेजर बनोगे, मैनेजर बनोगे और आगे जाके उस प्रोसेस के हेड जीएम भी बन सकते हो पर्टिकुलर प्रोसेस के. तो ये इसीलिए एचआर राउंड होता है क्योंकि आपकी कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड में, कॉर्पोरेट लाइफ में टेक्निकल स्किल आप इम्प्रूव कर सकते हो बाय प्रैक्टिसिंग. बट जो इंटरपर्सनल स्किल्स है, कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स है और सॉफ्ट स्किल्स है, ये जो है, ये इतना टाइम कंपनी के पास नहीं होता है कि वो आपको इम्प्रूव करे. दैट्स व्हाई दे नीड दिस एचआर राउंड. और फ्रेंडली एटमॉस्फेयर आप अगर क्रिएट करने वाले हो, आप पॉजिटिव हो तो आपको लिया जाएगा, आप नेगेटिव हो तो वहीं से आउट किया जाएगा. तो टेक्निकल स्किल्स जो होते हैं वो ये डिफाइन नहीं करते ना वेदर यू आर पॉजिटिव पर्सन और नेगेटिव. इसीलिए एचआर राउंड होता है.
Thank you, ma'am.
माय प्लेजर डियर. एनीबॉडी एल्स?
Hello.
Yes.
Hello. Yes,
Yes.
madam. I am Barge, madam. Thank you. First of all, I would like to pay my sincere thanks to you for such a wonderful guidance to our students. Just I would like to ask, I would like to make you ask one question to the students, right? How the students can identify their talents and utilize them is very important. They have talent, but they are unable to identify their hidden talent, right? So I would like to request you to illustrate some examples of talent to our students, right? Like visual thinking, spatial reasoning, or situational intelligence, so that definitely that would help them to identify their natural talents. Or you can give them some ways about how to identify their talents and utilize them. So this is very important.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. I'll certainly do my best. Basically, this is not, I mean, this sometimes getting your skills known, basically your interpersonal skills. About the interpersonal skills, I'll say that only you are aware of it. Whether you are a gossip person, negative person, like do you talk behind people or do you motivate people? Do you do you have like whenever there is a problem in among your friends, so do you take initiative to solve it? So you have to analyze those things. And if you think that all these things, like just evaluate yourself on the basis of these things. If you think that I talk behind my friends, I talk bad
Yes.
about somebody
Yes.
doing it, this is a wrong thing. It, you know what, it actually spoils the whole positive atmosphere of the company.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
you get negative impression of yours. Basically, understand, positivity is like a magnet. Whoever is positive, people automatically will get attracted to that person.
Exactly.
और जो नेगेटिव होते हैं उनके लिए उन्हीं के सोच के लोग नेगेटिविटी की तरफ अट्रैक्ट होते हैं. So I can see that only, that think, evaluate yourself, because nobody about this soft skills. Nobody else can tell you what qualities you have until you understand it by yourself. So evaluate whether you're positive, negative, motivator, or demotivator, and accordingly start working. If you're a demotivator, if you're a gossip king or queen, stop doing it. If you are a bully, stop doing it, and try to be the positive person. That's what I can share right now. Thank you,
Yes,
ma'am.
you are right. But what I feel ki our students, sometimes I feel ki our students are really unaware of their qualities, right? Their talents, and they are not utilize them. They are not utilizing them to the full extent. Means they have that much, but they are not utilizing them to that much extent as we are expecting them to be performing well in all types of aspects, right? So what I feel ki at least they should know what are the various ways about how to identify our skills, how to identify our talents,
Okay,
how
for
we
that,
can,
ma'am, I
yeah,
understood. I
how
apologize.
can, yes, they should remain on the right track na, throughout all the days. Final year, especially final year. When we are talking about final year, this is very important year for them from their career point of view and from all points of views, right? This is the last year. Afterwards, they will be pursuing their postgraduate courses, either MBA, MPharm, likewise. But they should define their goal properly. I don't think students are defining their goals. They sometimes I feel that they are not aware of their qualities, their talents, just for the sake of others are doing so that we should follow the same job. It should not be like that. No? So students should know their talents. This is very important. This is what I feel they should be able to identify their skills, what they have. So accordingly, if you guide them, na, that would be better for them to choose their career option and to excel in as per means they should be able to hear their instincts. This is very important, and accordingly they should choose their career and all, right?
Okay. Well, for that, I can suggest, like, I can appreciate you guys being professors, and your college uh, is already conducting a lot of activities wherein students should be able to understand their talent. So it's just that now it's, see, college is doing everything that it could. Now it's up to students to participate enthusiastically. As many as activities you're going to participate in, you will be able to understand where you fit in exactly. So this is one.
Exactly.
Another thing, like, see, because until you physically do anything, practically do anything, you won't be able to understand. Because in our mind, we are like doing acting. Sometimes I find myself standing on the stage and giving performance. कुछ लड़कियां अपने आप को कटरीना समझती है, करीना समझती है. कुछ लड़के ऐसे होते हैं कि उनको लगता है वो सलमान है, ऋतिक है, वो बड़े बड़े एक्टर बन सकते हैं. तो ये मैं सिर्फ एग्जांपल देती हूँ. एवरीथिंग इज इन आवर माइंड. बट जब हम प्रैक्टिकली वो चीज करते हैं, देन वी अंडरस्टैंड, अरे वी आर नॉट standing, like we are not fit for that thing. And your college, as I know that it is actually conducting a lot of things so that you can improve your overall these soft skills personality. So guys, I don't know whether you are you have participated earlier or not. If you have not, so now onwards start participating so that you would be able to understand where you fit exactly. I
Okay.
hope now. I mean, is this a satisfactory answer, ma'am?
Yes, yes, it's okay. Fine. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, students, anybody else? Or from the professors also, if you have any doubts or any queries, those who are in placement council.
I think we should stop our interactive session. If any have any question, you can mail. I will. Jogran sir, have any question? Okay. So if you have any question, you can mail to Krutanjali madam. I will share madam's email ID with you. So now we move to the end of this session. So thank you, Krutanjali madam, for such a nice, very informative and interactive session. I'm very sure that this workshop is very helpful for all the participants in their future while they are going to face their interview. Before going for vote of thanks, there is one announcement for all the participants, for all the students. Today at 4 p.m., we have the valedictory function of Anant Mala, which we have organized. Chief guest is Dr. Amol Kolle sir. So I appeal all the students, you must attend the same at 4 p.m. Now, again, one more announcement is there. Tomorrow, our college has organized one international webinar on pharmacy skill development for future pharmacists. So again, I will appeal all the students must attend the international webinar also. Now, I will request our Professor Manoj Jograna sir, please extend vote of thanks of today's online workshop.
Thank you very much, Kakade sir. As we know, from the last week, we are celebrating the total week, a series of programs on the occasion of our beloved President and the Deputy CM of the Government of Maharashtra, Honorable Sri Ajit Dada Pawar. So part of it, this today we are arranged this program pre-placement workshop for the interview skill, and we had a very good speaker with us, Krutanjali Madam. As Krutanjali Madam is just a part of our institute, she is already taking number of lectures and soft skill program for our students. So it's my privilege to express my sincere vote of thanks to her. So dear students and my colleagues, it's very we can say that it's my immense pleasure here. And also the madam given the three things here. Just I want to summarize that. What are the preparation required for the pre-interview stage, while the interview, and post-interview? So pre-interview, in that you should have to know the job profiles, which for which job you are going to apply it, the company profiles, and during the interview, what skill you have to be adept. Means soft skill having the 85% weightage for the interview. So you have to inculcate the soft skill like the communication skills. Then what is the importance of your behavior, your thinking patterns? Then what is the importance of your confidence level, your friendly nature? And some balance skills are also required. You should be the in a balance. We can say that in view of the enthusiasm, you should be alignedly enthusiastic. Should not get over enthusiasm. It should not over friendly. So some are the tips. They are very important while the interview. Then your body language is most important. Then eye to eye contact. You should be the most good listener. Then you should not say no to any answers. Some things are very important that madam already given very we can say that simple शब्दामध्ये आपल्या समोर मॅडमने त्या सगळ्या टिप्स सांगितलेल्या आहेत. मॅडमचं महाविद्यालयाच्या वतीने पुणे जिल्हा शिक्षण मंडळ या संस्थेच्या वतीनं आदरणीय प्राचार्य भोसले सर, आदरणीय प्राचार्य सचिन कोतवाल सर आणि टीपीसी कोऑर्डिनेटर सुजित काकडे सर, अमित कसबे सर, ह्या सगळ्यांच्या सहयोगाने आज हा जो व्हर्च्युअल प्लॅटफॉर्म आपल्याला इंटरव्ह्यू स्किल साठी इथं मिळालेला आहे. खरंच खूप सुंदर गोष्टी आहे. आणि इंटरव्ह्यू स्किल साठी सॉफ्ट स्किल लागते आणि त्या सॉफ्ट स्किल मधलाच हा एक सॉफ्ट प्रोग्राम झाला. ई इंटरव्ह्यू स्किल जो प्रोग्राम आपण इथं आयोजित केलेला आहे त्याबद्दल मॅडमचं मी संस्थेच्या वतीनं, आमचे दोन्ही प्राचार्य, व्हाईस प्रिन्सिपल बर्गे मॅडम आणि आम्ही दोन्ही कोऑर्डिनेटर आणि आमचे टेक्निकल सपोर्ट मध्ये असणारे माझे मित्र अमित कसबे सर, ह्या सगळ्यांच्या वतीने मी मॅडमचं खूप खूप इथं आभार व्यक्त करतो. आय एक्सप्रेस माय सिन्सिअर वोट ऑफ थँक्स टू यू मॅडम. देन सगळ्यात महत्वाचं म्हणजे माझे सगळे विद्यार्थी जे घरी असताना सुद्धा 2 वाजेपर्यंत त्यांचे लेक्चर्स असतात, तरी सुद्धा ते लेक्चर ठेवून बाजूला लगेच करून परत रिजॉईन झाले वेबिनारला. काही विद्यार्थ्यांनी असं म्हटले असते की आम्हाला जेवायला वेळ मिळाला नाही, पण नाही, विद्यार्थ्यांनी ती गरज समजली आणि आपला जो स्पीकर आहे त्या स्पीकरचे काही माहिती आपल्याला जर मिळाली घरी बसून तर त्याचा लाभ घेतला पाहिजे. सो हा तुमचा जो सेन्स आहे नॉलेज घ्यायचा, आय अप्रिशिएट दॅट सेन्स आणि तुमचं सुद्धा मनापासून मी अभिनंदन करतो विद्यार्थ्यांनो. त्यानंतर माझे सहकारी आज ह्या महाविद्यालयाच्या कार्यक्रमाला होते, जसे